see my love shine through the dark? Can you feel the beat? Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can't you see my love shine through the dark? Can't you see that you must be a part of that beat in my heart?
Slow wine, 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 fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body.
Ooh, your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go. Ooh, your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go. Ooh, your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go. Ooh, your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go.
Que mis ojos se despierten con la luz de tu mirada. Yo a Dios le pido que mi madre no se muera y que mi padre me recuerde. A Dios le pido que te quedes a mi lado y que más nunca te me vayas, mi vida. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido por los días que me quedan y las noches que aún no llegan. Yo a Dios le pido por los hijos de mis hijos y los hijos de tus hijos. A Dios le pido que mi pueblo no derrame tanta sangre y se levante mi gente. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido un segundo más de vida para darte y mi corazón entero entregarte. Un segundo más de vida para darte y a tu lado para siempre yo quedarme. Un segundo más de vida yo a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido. A Dios le pido. Se despierten con la luz de tu mirada. Yo a Dios le pido que mi madre no se muera y que mi padre me recuerde. A Dios le pido que te quedes a mi lado y que más nunca te me vayas, mi vida. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido un segundo más de vida para darte y mi corazón entero entregarte. Un segundo más de vida para darte y a tu lado para siempre yo quedarme. Un segundo más de vida yo a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días yo a Dios le pido.
wanna follow me tonight, when the rest of the world, with whom I've crossed and have quarreled, lets me down so. A thousand reasons that I know to share forever the unrest with all the demons I possess beneath the silver moon. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight, I'm tired of being sorry. Eighth and Ocean Drive, with all the vampires and their brides, we're all bloodless and blind, and longing for a life beyond the silver moon. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight, I'm tired of being sorry. I'm still in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me but the silver moon. So far away, so out of space, I've trashed myself, I've lost my way. I've got to get to you, got to get to you. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight, I'm tired of being sorry. I'm still in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me on the silver moon. Baby, you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight, I'm tired of being sorry. I'm standing in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me but the silver moon.
La voglia scalpitava, strillava, tuonava, cantava da notte fonda nel petto di Paola, oh Paola. La noia quella sera era troppa e cercava, chiamava 200 principi e invece lei era la dama del castello. Il tuo è un rosso relativo, senza macchia d'amore, ma adesso canterà dentro di te per la gran solitudine. Forza, amati per questa sera, che domani torni in te, ma non ti diverte perché vuoi qualcosa di più facile. La timidezza c'era ma spariva, scappava, di notte si dileguava dagli occhi di Paola, oh Paola. Giocava al rimpiattino, nascondeva e mostrava, cercava il cacciatore e invece lei era là. Fredda dentro il bosco, il tuo è un rosso relativo, senza macchia d'amore, ma adesso canterà dentro di te, per la gran solitudine. Forza, amati per questa sera, che domani torni in te, ma non ti diverte perché vuoi qualcosa di più facile e non riposi più. Yeah. Solo lo schermo è tu e provo pena, tastiera e anima. Posso dimostrarti adesso che ha ben altre forme il sesso. La voglia scalpitava, strillava, tuonava, cantava da notte fonda nel petto di Paola. Oh Paola, la noia quella sera era troppa e cercava, chiamava 200 principi e invece lei era la dama del castello. Il tuo è un rosso relativo, senza macchia d'amore, ma adesso canterà dentro di te, per la gran solitudine. Forza, amati per questa sera, che domani torni in te, ma non ti diverte perché vuoi qualcosa di più facile. Il tuo è un rosso relativo, senza macchia d'amore, ma adesso canterà dentro di te, per la gran solitudine. Forza, amati per questa sera, che domani
I don't know why they're playing this. This is the same shit I play every morning, but it's, look, radio 2000s hits, 24/7 2000s, early 2000 songs, 2000 pop hits. This is the same kind of shit I play every morning. I don't know why they're playing Mexican music today.
There's no escape from love once the gentle breeze weaves its spell upon your heart. No matter what you think, it won't be too long till you're in my arms. Underneath the starlight, we'll be lost in the rhythm so right. Feel it steal your heart tonight. You can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. No, matter what you do, the night is gonna get to you. Underneath the starlight, there's a magical feeling so right. Here will steal your heart tonight. You can try, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. You can try to resist my kiss, but don't you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. It's gonna get to your heart.
Yeah, good morning, Nat. It is Uncle Lou here. That's right. The rumors are true. Uncle Lou live for you. Welcome to the morning show. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Everybody ready for a good week? Man, I got me a good night's sleep last night. I was wore out, y'all. I was wore out. I worked almost 30 hours over the last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And I'm wore out. This digging ditches is for the birds, man. Telling you, my back can't take it. So I slept good last night, but I'm ready to go today. Don't worry, I'm ready to go today. Great week on deck, too. My buddy Nate the Great headed down here Wednesday. He'll be here Wednesday through Monday, I believe. He gets here Wednesday. I think he flies out Monday, I think. So he'll be here for 4 or 5 days. He'll be here Thursday morning live from the LoutubeHere studio right here on the morning show. And we're going to shave his head. Yeah, we're going to shave his head. We're going to fix him up. Thursday morning live on the morning show. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. We're going to shave Nate the Great's head. That'll be Thursday. He'll be here Saturday, of course, for the game stream, which there is only a Patreon stream on Saturday, and it's at noon. I've got people coming over on Saturday to hang out and watch the games. So my plan is to just do the Patreon stream at noon and no other streams. I'll still upload videos all day, but probably no YouTube stream this weekend because I'll have people over here watching the game. So we'll see. Maybe I change my mind, but it's looking like just a Patreon stream on Saturday. And we have the $1,000 giveaway on Saturday. So that's good. Which it looks like it's going to be 4 giveaways of $250. The Patreon people voted on how they wanted that $1,000 given away. 1 person wins it all. 2 people win $500. And unless the voting changes in the next couple of days, right now it looks like it's going to be 4 giveaways of $250. And if that's the case, we're going to split it up because I've already heard from a few people on the Patreon page who have obligations on Saturday and can't be on the Patreon stream Saturday at noon. which means they would have no chance of winning. So if it's going to end up being 4 giveaways of $250, then we'll split it up and we'll do another giveaway another Saturday. But anyway, that's coming up on Saturday. I will do the kickoff show on Saturday, the 9 a.m. kickoff show. I will still do that, yes. I will still do the kickoff show. So 9 a.m. Saturday morning live kickoff show. And then the Patreon stream on Saturday will be at noon. And then no YouTube streams on Saturday because I've got people coming over. Why aren't you coming over? By you, I mean you that's listening right now. Don't you want to come over and watch football with Uncle Lou? Go ahead and scratch that off your bucket list there. You know, win the lottery, have successful children, hang out and watch college football with Uncle Lou one day. But you could scratch that off your list by coming over on Saturday and watching football with Uncle Lou. Once in a lifetime opportunity, maybe, depending on how long you live. So you better take advantage of it. Yeah, you better take advantage of it. Get in touch with me, crazyunclelou@gmail.com. 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 And I'll give you all the pertinent details. But yes, you are welcome to come over Saturday and watch football with Uncle Lou and whoever else shows up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I am vetting the people who have emailed me with the I want to come speech. So you can't get one over on Uncle Lou. And it's like I told you the other day. Anybody's welcome, but I might not be armed, or maybe I am. I don't know. I might be armed, I might not. But I am extremely dangerous. So if you're planning on coming over here with the dumb shit, make sure you get your affairs in order before you make a trip, because it'll be a one-way trip. Yeah. I'll kill you. Yeah, I will. I'll kill you. Lou, are there any huge degenerate hats for sale? Of course there are. Of course there are. I am still working on a so here's what happened. I have a t-shirt store. I don't know if it's attached to this channel or not. I know it's attached to my other channel, the main channel. But anyway, about 10 years ago, I don't even remember there was a shirt I wanted about 10 years ago that no one made. I forget even what it was. I think it was just a shirt that said good morning or something. You know, the whole good morning thing that we do. So I was like, I need a shirt that says good morning. So I looked on the internet. I couldn't find a shirt anywhere that just said good morning. So I went to one of these online things where you can design your own t-shirt, and I designed a t-shirt just said good morning, and I bought it. Well, that same site had an option to make your own t-shirt store. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that. And then anytime I want a t-shirt, I go there and make it and buy it. And the name of that site was teespring.com. And so the t-shirt store that I've had all these years is teespring.com. And I've just added a shirt to it here or there over the years. Mostly shirts I wish I had, but I can't find. Or if I think of something funny, like the Tennessee poverty shirt or something, I'll go to Teespring, make a Tennessee poverty shirt, put it up for sale. It's attached to the store. The store's attached to my channel, and people could buy it or whatever. I never made any money off the t-shirt store. That wasn't really the goal or the plan. I mean, people did buy some shirts on occasion, but I spent more money on that t-shirt store than I ever made. That's not why I did it. But anyway, about a year ago or so, I designed a new shirt over there on Teespring, and I ordered it. And a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 4 weeks went by, and I still didn't have the shirt, to the point where I had forgot I even ordered it. And then out of the blue one day, I was like, hey, what the hell happened to that shirt I ordered? It never came in. So I went back to my email and found the email from where I ordered the shirt. And sure enough, it was like 5 weeks had gone by, and I hadn't got that shirt. So I got in touch with them, and they gave me this long sob story about how they lost one of their production facilities or something, and they were way behind, but that they were almost caught back up and everything would be fine. I said, okay, whatever. And then I never tried to order another shirt until about 2 months ago when I decided to make the an Octavian shirt about being on drugs or whatever. Remember that? It was like, "Are you on drugs, sir?" And they're like, "Octavian needs his own shirt." So sure enough, I went to Teespring, my t-shirt store place. I designed a Octavian "Are you on drugs, sir" shirt, and I ordered it. A week went by, 2 weeks went by, I forgot about it. 4 weeks went by, and I was like, wait a minute, what happened to that Octavian shirt? Went back to my email, found the email while I ordered the shirt. Sure enough, it was 4 or 5 weeks ago, had gone by. Got in touch with them. They gave me the same sob story like they hadn't just told me that 6 months ago. "Oh, we just lost one of our production facilities. We're almost caught back up, though." Anyway, it pissed me off because they were lying to me because they had told me the same thing 6 months before that. And I showed them my Kroger card. I went off on them, gave them the what for, told them I was done with them. They were dead to me, never spending another dime there, taking my t-shirt shop down and removing it from my YouTube channel and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you know how I get. I just went off on them. And then I spent that day trying to find a new site for a new t-shirt store, and I found one. And I made a couple of things and put up there, and then I liked the site. And before I wasn't going to mention the new site until I ordered a couple of things to see how the shipping process was. Because if you order a shirt online, you should have it in 7 to 10 days at the most. At the most, like, you know, not 5 weeks. So I created this new store on this new site, ordered a couple of items, and sure enough, they came in within a week or so. They came, everything was fine. They looked good. Everything was fine. So I said, okay, I'll build my new store on this site. And then football season started. And I got busy, and I kind of fell behind on adding items to the new store. So I ended up never taking Teespring store down off my YouTube channel yet. But there actually is a new Uncle Lou t-shirt store thing. I just haven't attached it to my YouTube channel yet. And there are huge degenerate hats for sale on there. Right here. Right here. Yep. So if you want, that was a long drawn out story to answer your question about the huge degenerate hat being for sale. Yes. Somebody click on that link though, just let me know it works. I know it works if I click on it. But can somebody click on that link and let me know if it works? It should take you to the site looks like this here. And then if you just click the LoutubeHere logo at the top, it'll take you to the home screen, and it's got the Spike the Ball. Spike the Ball. They might want to buy that now that they beat Florida. I don't know. Here's the Octavian shirt. Are you on drugs, sir? But that's the only thing on here. The Octavian shirt, a couple of hats, and a Spot the Ball shirt. I got to get busy. I got to get busy adding some more things to the store. Site works. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I know the site works. I just wanted to make sure that link was good. All right, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want a LoutubeHere hat or a huge degenerate hat, they are for sale over there on that new Uncle Lou shop. I just haven't attached the new store to my YouTube channel yet, so I haven't talked much about that new store. I need to add more things to it. I'm not going to add everything that was available on the old store. So those of you that bought some of those things off the old store, they're now limited edition collector's items. Congratulations. You own limited edition Uncle Lou collector's items if you bought some of that stuff off the old store, because I'm not going to add everything back to the new store. Not gonna that. Not gonna that. So there you go. That's the answer on that. Also, I have to get out of here right at 9 o'clock today. The lady has to take her car in for a service at noon today. So and they're gonna have her car all day. So I have to follow her there to pick her up when she drops the car off at noon, and I need to get a video out before that. The top 25 video. Shout out to the AP, by the way. Not that the AP poll was perfect yesterday. It's never perfect, and no one's ever going to agree with any poll or ranking. But there was they at least unranked Texas and Penn State, so they, that's an improvement. I didn't think they would do it. I even said in the Your Season Is Over video, I was like, they should be unranked, Texas and Penn State. They should completely be unranked. But I'm sure the AP will still have them ranked. Well, the AP poll came out and they were unranked, so they got that part of it right, at least. Not that the AP poll is perfect. No poll is perfect, and there's still other shit that's wrong with it, but that was a big thing. That people would have lost their mind if Texas and Penn State would have been ranked with 0. Can you believe it? We're halfway through the season. They've got 0 Power 4 wins. You cannot rank a team heading into week 7 that has 0 Power 4 wins. You can't. You cannot do that. So, you just can't do that. Notre Dame has at least, what, 1 Power 4 win? Is that right? How many Power 4 wins? Notre Dame beat Arkansas. Is that their only Power 4 win? But at least they have the one. At least they have the one. And Penn State and Texas have bad losses. Notre Dame doesn't have a bad loss. Notre Dame lost to 2 ranked teams. Penn State and Texas have losses to unranked teams. Oh, that's right. They played Purdue this weekend. Yeah, that's right. So they've got 2. So Notre Dame, if you want to rank Notre Dame, you can make that make sense, I think. So I don't have an issue with any poll that decides to rank Notre Dame. At least they've got some Power 4 wins, I guess. $16 too high for Notre Dame. I don't even remember if I had them ranked last week, and if I did, where I had them ranked. Let me look. I had Notre Dame ranked 21st last week. Now, beating Purdue is not really reason enough to move up in my ranking, but there are some teams ahead of Notre Dame in my ranking that lost. So Notre Dame may end up moving up by default. I'm going to sit down and do it at 9 o'clock this morning when we end here. But here was last week's ranking. So I had Notre Dame at 21. Let's see. Texas and Penn State both lost. So Notre Dame, just with that alone, Notre Dame will move up 2 spots. Iowa State lost. I don't know if I'll move Notre Dame ahead of Iowa State, though. That was Iowa State's first loss on the road against Cincinnati, a 1-loss team whose only loss was to Nebraska. So Notre Dame will probably be somewhere in here. Notre Dame will be somewhere in here, probably. Somewhere 16 through 20, probably. Closer to 16. Because they're going to move up by default. They're going to move up by default. I'm moving Miami to 1. Miami's got the most impressive resume. I'm moving Miami to 1. Miami 1, Ohio State 2, Oregon 3. I'll probably leave Ole Miss and Indiana at 4 and 5. Oklahoma at 6. Texas Tech is moving up to 7. Alabama's going to have to stay at 8, even though they beat Vandy. Alabama will stay at 8. Georgia will stay at 9. Tennessee will stay at 10. Texas A&M at 11. Vandy at, oh no. I don't know what to, once you get down here, it gets hard because I don't think LSU is very good, but Iowa State just lost. Georgia Tech probably needs to be in here somewhere. 11 through 15. Missouri's got to move up. That's an interesting game this week, y'all. That is an interesting game this week. Alabama on the road at Missouri. Alabama on the road at Missouri. There's some great games this coming weekend. Red River Shootout is this weekend. Georgia at Auburn. It's a night game, too. Georgia at Auburn, LoutubeHere at night. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll take a 1-point win. I'll take an ugly Georgia played like shit 1-point lucky win this week and be happy to get it. I know Auburn's dog shit, but boy, just so much weird shit has happened at LoutubeHere Stadium in my lifetime. I'm not looking forward to that one. Yeah, Oregon hosting Indiana, Ohio State playing at Illinois, or home against Illinois, I guess. Isn't it? Is it a home game for Ohio State, I guess, against Illinois? I think so. Tennessee hosts Arkansas, a revenge game from last year. Some great games. It's at Illinois. So, wait a minute. Didn't Ohio State play at Minnesota this weekend? So did Ohio State have 3 road games in a row? Or did Ohio State play Minnesota at home? I thought that was a road game. Let me see. No, that was at Ohio State. Okay. That was at Ohio State. I would have remembered if Ohio State had 3 road games in a row because that's brutal. So, okay, that was home game against Minnesota. Okay. No, Washington State's terrible. Washington State and Oregon State both are terrible. Ohio State will beat Illinois. So Ohio State will still have played no one. So you don't think Ohio State's any good? Come on, man. North Texas versus South Florida, even a good one, honestly. Yeah, that might be a playoff elimination game there. Those are 2 potential playoff teams. I think Illinois is a good team, but man, it's hard to get that Indiana beat down out of my mind. Now they recovered well. You know, they haven't lost since then, so that's still their only loss. But boy, they got beat down bad by Indiana. Real bad. USF versus Memphis is this week, ? Are you asking me? I guess you are asking me because it's a question mark at the end. Does that mean you want me to look it up so you don't have to? What's up, Mason? I have the same thought after the end of the beatdown that Ohio State should beat Illinois just as bad, but they is holding back some of the offense. Yeah, right. Okay. They're hiding the offense in week 7. Okay. They could have beat Minnesota 80-3, but they were hiding the offense, so instead they only beat them 40-something to 3. Okay. Oh, yeah. Puglisi can throw the ball. There's no doubt about it. That was a bad interception he had, though, but I like what I see from Puglisi, too. I mean, I'm not ready to get on the bench Gunnar Stockton train, but it's nice to know that if something happens to Gunnar Stockton, some type of injury, and look, that's possible, the way he likes to run around. It's nice to know you got somebody back there that can throw the ball. What's up, Dave? I'm very interested in that Indiana-Oregon game. Yeah, me too. Me too. That's going to be a good one. Were they hiding their offense against Texas when they couldn't score? That Bama-Mizzou game is a tricky one for Bama because Bama's coming off 2 emotional games on the road at Georgia. And if you think that Vanderbilt game didn't mean something to Bama, then go back and watch what happens at the end of the game when the entire Alabama team runs out on the field just to find Diego Poverty and talk shit to him and all that. That was Bama wanted that game bad. And it's hard to get up 3 weeks in a row. I think Bama's the better team, but this is tricky on the road after 2 big games. This is a tricky spot for Bama. And look, Bama's good. They beat Georgia. All credit to Bama. I've done that for 2 weeks as far as that game goes. But Bama's not some dominant bulldozer that's fixing to run over everybody they play. I mean, nobody in the SEC is that. The Big Ten might have a couple of teams that are capable of that, but the SEC doesn't. Not Georgia, not Bama, not Tennessee, not Ole Miss, not Texas A&M, not whatever team. I mean, every team in the SEC can get beat if they don't show up ready to play. It doesn't matter who they're playing. Never mind if they're playing another good team like Mizzou. I mean, I'm probably going to pick Bama to win. I'm less sure that of how good Missouri is than I am of Bama because of the level of competition the two teams have played. But Missouri has looked really good against everybody they've played. The best team they've played is probably either South Carolina or Kansas. And both of those games were at home, and they won them both. So this will be the best team Missouri has played. It might be the best team Alabama has played, but that's hard to say. I think Georgia's win at Tennessee is better than any win Missouri has, but Missouri doesn't have any losses, which matters. Bama -3.5. It was 5.5 yesterday when I looked. Has it gone down? It wouldn't surprise me if it's gone down. I do think this is a tricky spot for Alabama because but they're coming off two big emotional wins, one on the road, one at home. So it wouldn't surprise me if it came out at 5.5 and is now gone down. Yeah, it's down to 3.5. Yep. Yeah. So if you liked Missouri, you should have bet it yesterday at 5.5. But if you think Missouri has a chance, 3.5 is a good number to take because they could lose by a field goal, you'd still win your bet. So if you think Missouri's got a legitimate shot at home, Missouri plus 3.5 is not a terrible bet. Not a terrible bet. What else is on here? Here you go. Ohio State's favored by 14.5 on the road at Illinois. See, like I look at that and I go, I'll take Illinois plus 14.5 at home. But then that Indiana game is in my mind. What if Ohio State does the same thing to them Indiana did? I don't know. So that's a tricky one too. UCLA at Michigan State. Michigan State minus 7.5. I like Michigan State here. Indiana at Oregon. Oregon by 7.5. I'll take Indiana. You giving me Indiana and more than a touchdown? Yeah, I'll take Indiana plus 7.5. Oklahoma at Texas. What? No. Texas minus 2.5? No. No. Nope. Oklahoma money line. Oklahoma money line. What in the world? I'm assuming that means Vegas knows John Mateer's not playing. Has Oklahoma said anything one way or the other about John Mateer playing this week? But I'm going to be honest. Even without Mateer, I'd probably take Oklahoma. I would be surprised if Oklahoma tells Texas whether or not John Mateer is playing. Like they're gonna. My guess is that you know how the SEC is required to release those bullshit injury reports. I guarantee you, John Mateer is listed as questionable. They're not going to rule him out. They're not going to tell Texas that he's not playing. I guarantee you he'll be listed as questionable. But you know who will know? Vegas. Vegas will know. And seeing that line, Texas 2.5, tells me Vegas already knows he's not playing. Vegas will figure that shit out. I don't think Arch is going to get benched. Oklahoma finally found a running game this past weekend, too. It's been missing in action all year, which would obviously help in the Texas game if they're not going to have Mateer. Well, Florida State has a win. Penn State and Texas don't. Both of Florida State's losses are to ranked teams. Penn State and Texas lost to unranked teams and don't have a single win against a Power 4 team. I can understand why Penn State and Texas should be out of the top 25, and Florida State probably should be in. That makes sense to me. I'm not dropping Florida State out of my top 25. I am dropping Texas and Penn State out. So that makes sense to me. Yeah, Ahmad Hardy could have a field day against that Bama defense for Missouri. I think Ahmad Hardy's the best running back in the SEC, and Bama's defense, run defense, is not great at all. All right, Knox. Appreciate you dropping by, bud. Good luck this week against Arkansas, my man. Penn State should be 20-25. No, they shouldn't. Penn State should be unranked. Penn State has 0 Power 4 wins. We're in week 7. Now, I thought Bama ran the ball good this week for the first time this year. That's the first time Bama's run the ball well. They ran the ball well against Vandy. And Bama's run offense has been absolute garbage this year. Bama's 14th or 15th in the SEC in rushing. Now, they don't run the ball that much. But you know Bama throws the ball 70% of the time. Bama's 70-30 pass run. They better hope if Ty Simpson ever has a bad game like he did, that's how you'll beat Bama. If Ty Simpson has a bad game, they'll lose. So whatever that means, whether he just has a bad game on his own or whether some defense can confuse him or sack him a bunch of times, that's when Bama will lose again. That's what happened in Florida State, really. Because Bama can't run the ball. Now, they did run it this weekend. I thought that was their best game in terms of running the ball, was this past weekend against Vandy. I think Jam Miller ended up with over 100 yards. But Bama's run game on offense is garbage. They're in the hundreds in the country. They're 100 and something rush offense in the country. Why was A.J. McCarron calling the Bama game? Why is that pathetic? Jam Miller is dollar store Justice Haynes. I mean, I like Jam Miller's a decent running back, but Justice Haynes is the better of the two. So, I mean, it is what it is there. There was a Bama fan on Twitter yesterday trying to troll me about saying Carson Beck had to leave Georgia to get to a team that could win a natty. Talking about basically, Miami, saying Miami's better than Georgia, and Carson Beck had to leave Georgia to go to a team that has a chance to win a natty. A Bama fan. I'm like, buddy, were you alive last year when Caleb Downs actually won the natty at Ohio State? What are you talking about? Are you that retarded that you don't? What? I mean, yeah, Miami's really good, and will probably make the playoffs. He made the playoffs at Georgia. So, but he hasn't won a natty yet. Caleb Downs has 8 months ago, dumbass. And he had to leave Bama to do it. So why are you trying to troll me about Carson Beck, you fucking moron? But what's the deal with A.J. McCarron? Is you talking about because he went to Alabama? So what, Kirk Herbstreit can't call any Ohio State games? I mean, you realize a lot of these announcers and play-by-play and people played college football, don't you? I mean, when David Pollock was on ESPN, I never heard Georgia fans saying he shouldn't be allowed to talk about Georgia because he went there. Our defense stepped up big time second half versus Poverty. Yeah, that interception that Poverty threw down in the red zone, that sealed the deal there. That sealed the deal there. They could have took the lead there. You know what? Very similar in a way to the Georgia-Bama game. Like, there wasn't a lot of points scored in the second half of that Bama-Vandy game, just like in Georgia. And just like Georgia got down in the red zone and blew it, Vandy got down in the red zone and blew it. Now, in Georgia's case, they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it and turned the ball over on downs. In Vandy's case, in the second half, they get down there and Poverty threw an interception, on the 5-yard line. But in both those cases, that was a chance for Georgia on that 4th and 1. And Vandy, when they threw that interception, that was a chance for both of those teams to take a lead on Bama late in the second half. And both teams blew it. Yeah, one play can change the outcome. And, people who didn't watch the Vandy-Bama game, they see the final score, 30-14, and they go, oh, wow, it wasn't even close. It was extremely close. It was extremely close. Bama it was 20-14 for a long time in the fourth quarter. And then Bama kicked a field goal to make it 23-14, which was huge because that made it a 2-possession game, a 9-point game. And then that Jam Miller touchdown, that pissed a lot of people off. That Jam Miller touchdown pissed a lot of people off, myself included. Anybody who had money on Vandy got screwed when Jam Miller didn't slide at the 5-yard line. Usually players slide in that scenario to end the game. Not Jam Miller. He wanted his touchdown. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I don't, if a player wants to score there, whatever, go ahead and let him score. It's Vandy's job to stop him. But from a gambling angle, that touchdown was huge. What'd you think of the Bama fan talking shit to Poverty after the game? Look, I would never do that. All right? And I love to talk shit on the internet. That's fun. But you shouldn't. I would never do that. Just like I don't go on Twitter and tag players and coaches and parents of players to tell them how shitty they are. I don't do that. That's me. But Diego Poverty does talk a lot of shit, runs his mouth. I've now seen the clip of him grabbing his nuts at the Alabama crowd. So that did happen. That did happen during the game, not after the game, but that did happen during the game. He literally was yelling at fans in the crowd and grabbing his nuts at them. That did happen. There's video of it. And so that happened during the game. And then the story goes, as Poverty was leaving the field after the game, that fan in the stands was yelling at him, talking shit back to him about him grabbing his nuts and all that. And that's where you see the video of Poverty saying, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. When you're cocky like that and you don't back it up, you have to expect that you're going to hear shit like that from the stands, whether it's from drunk people, asshole people, whatever. If you're Diego Poverty, you got to just shut your mouth then and just walk off the field, I think. You got to just kind of take your L like that and walk off the field. I don't think Diego Poverty should have been yelling back at the fan. I also, if I was the fan, would not have been You know what the guy did? The guy waited till the end of the game and he ran down to that corner where he knew Vandy was going to be walking off the field specifically so he could yell at Diego Poverty. I would never do that. I would never do that. But if you're Diego Poverty and you run your mouth like he does and you're cocky like he is, you got to know when it's like if I do a hype and hate video on Friday where I completely trash some school, their players, the state, everything about it, and then Georgia loses. I got to come back on Sunday, and I can't talk shit again on Sunday. I've got to come back and eat my crow, and that's what Poverty, Poverty's got to just walk off the field there. So I wouldn't have done what that guy did, but Poverty's got to know that there's 80,000 people there. Somebody's going to have something to say to you because of all the shit you talked. And if you lose, because here's the thing. Let me ask you this. If Vandy would have won that game, how do you think Poverty would have acted on the field after the game? What do you think he would have done? He would have been talking all kinds of shit to every player and fan there. Because that's who he is. He would have done it had he won. He lost. He has to know he's going to get it. And he's got to shut his mouth and walk off the field is what I think. But if Vandy would have won that game, he 100% would have been running around that field yelling at everything with an Alabama shirt on. They would have had to drag him off that field, So he lost. He's got to take it. And he didn't. He shouldn't have, So that's how I feel about that whole thing. He would have got arrested at Vandy won. Yeah, the whole Diego Poverty, Johnny Manziel thing is not a good look either, at all. I mean, if you're Diego Poverty and you have a goal of going to the NFL or a goal of just being a successful human being, you probably need a different role model right at this point in your life than Johnny Manziel. And I'm not here, like I said in the video yesterday, I'm not here to cast stones at Johnny Manziel or talk about a bunch of shit about what he did. We've all made mistakes, myself included. But people don't need me as a role model for certain situations either. I don't think that's a good look for Poverty to sort of tie himself at the hip to Johnny Manziel right now. I'm worried about our offensive line against Auburn. I'm worried about the offensive line against anybody right now because they're all hurt. And we don't have a game where we can rest them right now. They can't. They've got to play the entire month of November unless they just physically cannot. So they're going to have to play hurt or not play because we don't have a bye week until the end of October. But the offensive line is beat up. The offensive line is beat up, and it's not that great. The offensive line isn't elite when healthy, so it is a concern against anybody right now because of the injury situation. I don't know how many of them are injured versus how many of them are hurt. Y'all know how I feel about that. To me, if someone can't play, they're injured. If someone can play but their foot hurts, they're hurt. That's how I differentiate it in my mind. And we've got some that are injured, and we've got some that are hurt. Like, Ernest Green's been on a milk carton. He hasn't played, really. But Monroe Freeland got banged up in the Kentucky game. Michael Morris got banged up in the Kentucky game. Juan Gaston's a true freshman. I mean, you're talking 3 or 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen are either injured, hurt, or Bobo's son. That's not good. But Georgia should beat Auburn. Regardless of all that, Georgia should beat Auburn. Auburn's not a very good team. They've got almost no offense at all. And as much as I've been complaining about Georgia's inability to sack the quarterback, I honestly don't know if that should even be the goal this week. They need to keep Jackson Arnold on his side of the line of scrimmage. That's it. I actually don't mind letting Jackson Arnold throw the ball. Letting Jackson Arnold throw the ball might be the best plan because he's not very good at it. We need somebody over the top of Cam Coleman. That's really all you need. You need somebody to stay over the top of Cam Coleman, and you need to keep Jackson Arnold behind his own line of scrimmage. Don't let his legs beat you. He's not going to beat you with his arm. He's not going to beat you with his arm. The most difficult thing about the Auburn game is that we have to play there at night. But Auburn's not a great team. They're not even a good team. So if Georgia loses at Auburn, that's not much different than Texas losing at Florida. It would be bad. And it would probably end Georgia's season. It would probably end Georgia's season if they lose on the road at Auburn. So they need to do whatever they got to do to try to find a win there. The good news is, unlike Texas, Georgia understands the difficulty of playing on the road in the SEC. Texas thinks going to play a bad Florida team in Gainesville is like going to play a bad Kansas team in Manhattan, Kansas. It's not. Or Lawrence, Kansas, or wherever the fuck it is. Or going to play a bad Texas Tech team. These things are not the same. These things are not the same. A bad SEC team has 10, 11, 12 NFL players on it. A bad Texas Tech team doesn't have anybody that anybody else would want. And Texas Tech's not bad this year. I'm making examples to when Texas was in the Big 12. These things aren't the same. Going and playing these road games, at a 7-win Kansas State team is not the same as going and playing a road game at a 6 or 7-win Florida team. It's just not the same. The environment's not the same. The crowd's not the same. The energy's not the same. And the talent level's not the same. And, Georgia understands that. Texas doesn't. So hopefully that's enough for Georgia to go into Auburn and get the win. But it's going to be tough. So we'll see. We will see. Auburn's 14th in the SEC in rushing. Is that right? No, that's total yards. Auburn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Auburn's 10th in the SEC in rushing. Eight, 845 yards. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, hold on. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 SEC teams averaging over 200 yards a game rushing. That's wild. All right, Austin. Have a good day at work, buddy. Georgia can't sack anybody. I know Oklahoma sacked Auburn 10 times. I'd be surprised if Georgia gets any sacks at all. Georgia's run defense is way better than their pass defense. If Auburn's plan is to run the ball, I don't think they have much of a chance. They're going to have to figure out a way to throw it and beat Georgia, I think. Passing yards per game, Auburn is next to last in the SEC. They've got 5 more yards passing than Kentucky on the season. Auburn averages 173 yards a game passing. All Auburn has to do is pass it towards Ellis Robinson. Hopefully, Dalen Everett's on him more times than not. But they more important than who's covering Cam Coleman, they just need to have somebody over the top of him. KJ Bolden, bracket coverage, whatever it is. They need somebody over the top of Cam Coleman. I don't even know if sacking the quarterback should be part of the plan against Auburn. We're really bad at it, number one. And number two, if we do get back there and don't get him down, he's liable to run for 40 yards. I would almost rather the plan be just keep him fenced in. I like Jackson Arnold in the pocket throwing the ball. Now it was the opposite when we played Bama. It was a must that you get to Ty Simpson quick, and they didn't. Because he can pick you apart. But with Jackson Arnold, the more he throws, the better it is for Georgia, I think. But he can hurt you with his legs, so maybe the defensive plan needs to be to just keep Jackson Arnold fenced in. Don't even try to sack him. Build a wall. We need to build a wall around Jackson Arnold. No, I can promise you Georgia won't give up 307 yards rushing to Auburn. Well, walls don't work across a 1,500-mile long border, but they can work in a 15-yard semicircle. What does Georgia have to do to beat Ole Miss? I'll figure that out when the time comes. I'm worried about Auburn right now. Yeah, Ole Miss might be the best team in the SEC. Georgia gets them at home, though, so that helps a lot. It's funny, the people claiming walls don't work lived in walled-up neighborhoods. Yeah. All those neighborhoods protected by 1,500-mile-long walls. Yeah, there's a lot of those. Neighborhoods with 1,500 miles worth of border. Fucking retard shit. Yeah, if China could do it. Yeah, a wall is the best we can come up. A wall is we're 3,000-year-old technology. I'm sure that'll work. Did you see the videos of the UCLA coach saying he kept forgetting to hit the button on the headset? Yeah. Yeah. I did see that. The guy looked like he was guy looks like he's like 20 years old too. Yeah, well, there was nobody there to storm the field because nobody goes to those games. Yeah, he looks like a little kid, that UCLA coach. They carried him off the field. That's the first time I saw him, actually. That's the first time I saw what he looked like. At the end of the game, the players were carrying him like Rudy from Notre Dame, literally carrying him across the field. I was like, who is that kid? I thought it was like a Make-A-Wish thing. They're like, no, that's the coach. I was like, what? UCLA. It does look like his dad, yeah. It does look like his dad. Yeah, the offensive coordinator was literally hired 2 days before the game. Put up 42 points on Penn State. Jalen Mildew got a snap yesterday and fumbled. I didn't see that. I had a good week on to beat the bookie, though. I did lose $100 yesterday. I was up $400 after college football Saturday. I was up $400 for the week, but I lost $100 on the NFL yesterday. I won a couple of noon games, but then I lost 2 4 o'clock games, and I lost the primetime game. So I ended up losing 100 yesterday, but I was still up 300 for the week. So that camper dwelling scuzz bucket gypsy bookie owes me $300 this morning. Yeah, I should have just not done it yesterday. I would have been up 400, but I'll take the 300. But that's a good week, because I don't bet but $25 or $50 a game. So you got to hit a lot of games to make, or I have to hit a lot of games to make 300 in a week. I'm usually like up 100 or down 100 or somewhere in between there. And then a good week would be like make 150 or 200. Winning 300, shit, that's good for me, because I don't bet large amounts of money. Texas Tech looks really good. I was asking people yesterday in the Your Season Is Over video. So when you hear people debate or talk about who the best team in football is, right now it's usually centered around three teams: Ohio State, Oregon, and Miami. And people are arguing or debating amongst those three teams. And then beyond that, you've got like Ole Miss, Indiana, Oklahoma, also undefeated. And then just beyond that, you've got Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, right? Where does Texas Tech go? Should Texas Tech be debated amongst Ohio State, Oregon, and Miami? Are they in like whatever you think the next tier is, like other undefeated teams that you think maybe aren't quite as good as Ohio State, Oregon, and Miami? Are they more like Georgia, Bama, Tennessee? I don't really know where they fit if you were to do like a tier list of top teams, but they're near the top. They look really good. They look really good. But I do have to get out of here, y'all. I got to take the lady. The lady's got to take her car in for a service today, and so I have to follow her up there so she can drop her car off. So I do have to get out of here. I'm going to do the top 25 video right now. Her car appointment's at noon, so I got to get out of here, get started on the top 25 video, get it uploaded by 11 or 11:30, so I can get her to the car place by noon. So I'll be back on tonight at 9 o'clock with my buddy Pete for the Lunch Money Show. Make sure y'all tune into that. We'll run through the list of upcoming games. Week 7, hard to believe. Week 7 already. And there's great game. Ohio State, Illinois, Bama, Missouri, Pitt, and Florida State. Florida State trying to stop the bleeding. UCLA, Michigan State, going down to the 3:30 games. You've got, of course, Indiana at Oregon, Oklahoma at Texas, the Red River Shootout. Virginia Tech and Georgia Tech could be a good game. Virginia Tech's been better since firing their coach. NC State and Notre Dame, Iowa State and Colorado, Nebraska and Maryland. Those are 2 one-loss teams. Nebraska and Maryland each only have 1 loss. That'll be a good game. UNLV hosts Air Force. That might be close. UNLV is favored by 6.5. That could be a good one. Arkansas at Tennessee, a revenge game from last year. Florida at Texas A&M. Can Florida keep it going on the road? I doubt it. Florida hasn't beat a team on the road with a winning record since COVID. Did y'all know that? Florida hasn't beat a team with a winning record on the road since COVID. Texas A&M's only favored by 7.5. Iowa at Wisconsin. Georgia and Auburn in prime time. Michigan at Southern Cal. Clemson at Boston College. South Carolina at LSU. See if LSU can get their offensive problems figured out. But there's great games next week. We'll talk about them all tonight on the Lunch Money Show at 9 o'clock with my buddy Pigskin Pete, and I'll be back on here probably, most likely, tomorrow for the morning show. And then don't forget, Nate's coming in town on Wednesday to stay with me for 5 days, I think. So he'll be on the morning show Thursday morning, and we're going to shave his head live on the morning show. So you don't want to miss that. So make sure if you have to disappear for a couple of days, make sure you're back Thursday morning. We're going to shave Nate's head live on the morning show Thursday morning. He'll be here this weekend to hang out and watch football with me. VicTube's coming down. JC's coming over. So we've got some people coming over to watch football. So if you're in the Augusta area or you live close enough to make the drive and you want to come hang out here on Saturday and watch some football, get in touch with me, crazyunclelou@gmail.com, crazyunclelou@gmail.com. if you want to come over, hang out in the Uncle Lou's studio, and watch some football on Saturday. Then just send me an email, and we'll see if we can get it worked out. Appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. Hope you get your week off to a great start. Enjoy your Monday, and have a good morning.